Hey guys, welcome back to DiamondTrail Ranch here in Zone 10, Florida. Guys, even though we live in a warm climate, we still get those random cold snaps every single winter, okay? And those can absolutely damage or even kill young fruit trees if you're not prepared. Today, I'm going to tell you all about how exactly we protect our young loquats, lemons, peaches, bananas when the temperatures dip. We're actually going to get a cold front this weekend right before I put this video out. All right, so I got some quick, inexpensive things that you can do, anyone can do. We got mulch rings around our trees, okay? Those are the rings right there on our orchard. I also just have a straight up long row of same said ring. It's just a long path. So what I did is I put cardboard directly underneath. You can see it busting through a little bit in some spots. Make sure it's actual cardboard, nothing crazy on it, that way, because it will just break down. And then you put your compost on top of it, and if you'd like, you can even throw some mulch on top of that, okay? The first thing there, if you don't want that, you can just do a thick layer of mulch. Make sure it's thick, 4 to 6 inches. The reason why, mulch helps insulate the roots, which is the most important part of the whole tree. If the top of it dies, seriously, it's not a big deal. Gonna show you this plumeria I have. It's just as an example. Okay, gone, everything. Out of season. This is what a lot of things do, okay? Root system's perfectly healthy. So you can use wood chips, compost, like we do right here. Horse pasture. You can see my, I'm showing you the leaves here on the ground. I'm gonna just leave them on the ground and they're gonna become part of the new compost, okay? Everything here is thriving great, pretty fantastically in our orchard. So even though the top of your fruit trees will die and fall back, it's okay. As long as you guys keep that root system warm, the whole tree will survive. Watering before the cold snap, I will say, is key. You can see here we have a drip line that goes through our bananas, okay? There is a drip line going all the way down the bananas. It actually cuts around a couple of our papayas over here as well. And then I actually run for the orchard, bigger orchard part itself. I'm running a hose temporarily until I get a PVC style irrigation system put up around here. I'm going to have it run my Jamaican cherries, my aloe, not the aloes, but the Barbados, the peaches, things like that. So for now, this will do. You just want to make sure you don't want to drown out your trees, okay? Give the root zone a slow, deep watering. It makes a huge difference on nights where we occasionally get down into the 30s. It's not often, but it happens, okay? Water surprises people in the wintertime. You always want to water your fruit trees the day before a cold front hits, because wet soil, I know it sounds crazy, I thought the same thing, it actually holds in heat much better than dry soil. So the moisture will actually act like a little bit of a thermal blanket, okay? You don't want to drown them, slow and deep, okay? Makes a huge difference. For young citrus, peaches, guavas, papaya actually have a really hard time this time of year, but I will show you. This guy was nothing. Okay, let me show you a little quick before. So actually this one's even a fantastic before. He was nothing, didn't exist. He's there. Here's another one for you, a little bit further along, right? Nothing. Guys, it's December in zone 10A, okay? We know what we're talking about here. Don't use plastic, it traps cold air. You don't want to cover your plants in plastic. You can use a simple frost cloth. Same thing with your Jamaican cherries if you got those. Your strawberry, what do some people call that? There's a lot of interesting names for things like that. Barbados cherry. These various cherries, but this is a Jamaican cherry and that is a Barbados cherry. I've heard some pretty wild names out there. If you've heard any or you call them something else, let me know in the comment section below. But if you're going to cover them, with anything, please make sure that it is breathable. It is a breathable cloth, and it make sure that it touches the ground, because that's how it's going to keep the heat trapped in and keep it from rising into the air, okay? Honestly, blankets will work in a pinch if you had to. You can use sheets. A lot of people use sheets in Florida. Just make sure you take it off first thing in the morning, okay? Young trunks can actually split from sudden colds, so be careful, okay? You can use a simple tree wrap on your citrus or anything under 2 years old. Just about everything we have here, I think, is under 2 years old. Maybe the fig, the We have a couple of really cool videos on that fig. Seriously, check them out. That thing is a rescue plant, literally. And boy, has it come along. Everything else, though, I think is probably younger than 2 years, honestly. Now that I look around, everything here. So it's going to be really, really, even the bananas, my tall bananas, they're just less than 2 years old. Really excited for next summer, honestly. You can use foam, burlap, cardboard, something that keeps the bark from freezing on your young trunks, okay? Really, if you're growing bananas, I have an easy trick for you. Cut back the leaves before the freeze and mound mulch higher on the base, okay? Bananas look awful after a freeze if you're really concerned about how they are cosmetically. Clearly, cosmetics here aren't a concern. It's a homestead environment. It's going to fall off. It's going to become one with the ground. And compost within the plants, it's going to turn around. The leaves will sit there and feed the same plant. So it's awesome. Honestly, mulch, water, wrap, cover. Guys, it's fast. It's affordable. Anyone in zones 9 and 10 can use those things. Protect the fruit trees. You know, when you get those out of the blue fruit tree cold snaps, I'll call them, where it might dip into the 30s overnight. We've only had this whole entire orchard here on the ground for honestly less than a year. And I want to make sure every tree makes it through the winter. That's, you know, one of our biggest things as homesteaders, right? So really, I mean, that's it in zones 9 and 10. I hope this helps you guys do the same. If you can think of anything I'm missing, or if you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for me. For more zones 9 and 10 gardening, fruit trees, we have chicken videos, duck videos, the whole shebang. We got it all here, man. My stepdaughter hates it when I say shebang. Had to throw that in there. All right, guys, stay tuned for the next one.